Welcome back. I'm Julie in Jobs with SIS Cyber, and today we're continuing our series on cybersecurity trends in 2026. Today, I'm joined by Stela Fink. She's the VP of Security Operations at Secret City Tech, and they have some really exciting stuff going on. Before we delve into that, Stella, can you tell me a little bit about what your role is in the company?
Sure. Thanks for having me again. And I am Stela Fink. I am the VP of Security Operations for Secret City Tech. I am involved in all aspects of setting up our own SOC and looking into all of our tech stack of the technology that we're going to bring into the SOC so that our SOC analysts have the tools to be able to take care of any issues and incidents that are brought up. We are actually very excited because we have our own LLM that we're building, our own neural SOC AI that we're building. It will have agents to take care of, or worker bees, as I call them, to take care of the work level 1, level 2, as well as a human in the loop. So my SOC analyst will learn how to work with the neural AI and be able to take care of any issues that pop up that the agents cannot do. So I oversee all of that, but I also oversee some of the internal tech stack. So helping to implement our CRM, helping to making sure that our ticketing system is set up when we have customers, making sure that they have the ability to share documents internally with our engineers, as well as setting them up into our ticketing system, and then our customer portal that takes care of all of the logs that we collect.
You mentioned to me earlier how you're developing an AI SOC and how that looks with changing the roles for level 1 and level 2. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so our neural AI SOC is going to have workers, which are the agents. We will have our own internal large language model that we're going to build, and the agents are going to learn as we get data, right? So the way that it's going to work is our agentic box that we have out in the customer site, our Secret Sentry box that's going to collect all of the logs. And then there's going to be a log peeler that's going to peel the logs that actually need attention. And then that's going to be injected into Neural. And then the agents will learn from that. And if it's something that needs attention, human, that they can't take care of, the level 1, level 2, then they'll pass it to an actual human, and then the human will do the investigation. As the agents learn that what the SOC analyst did to resolve that issue, it will get written back to the LLM. And so then the next time this particular incident happens, then our worker bees will understand how to resolve that. Currently, I have it deployed, integrated with our ticketing system. So it's learned already how to resolve some of the minor issues, right? There's always going to be kind of noise when you collect logs, right? And it goes back to the whole SOC analyst being alert fatigued, right? So as the alerts come in and it's already learned that if it has a certain information within the alert, it knows how to take care of it. It goes past through the level 1. If it's 95 or above higher percent certain and positive, then it will proceed with the next action to do, whether it's responding to the customer saying we've taken care of it, we've assigned it, it's being taken care of, or we've resolved it. Thank you for submitting this issue. So it's really fun to see because
Wow, that's
in the background.
interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. Given what you've learned about AI's capabilities at the SOC level, how does that compare to your thoughts of integrating AI prior to having the knowledge you have today? What is your response to those who maybe need more information to have a different mindset and change to maybe being more embracing of using a new tool?
I understand leadership, right? So C-level folks, VP, senior VP folks, their concern, right? Because there's always a risk, right? So there is a risk, and if you don't have good controls already in place, you don't do your vulnerability assessment before you implement this, can it go rogue? Sure, absolutely. Stepping back to folks that are potentially using Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, if you've never labeled anything that's sensitive, data that shouldn't be seen by everyone in your environment in your organization, can an employee go in and ask Copilot, let me look at 2015 annual salaries for C-level? And if that document was never set labeled sensitive, the Copilot can potentially provide that to someone that shouldn't be seeing that, right? So you've got to implement guardrails, you've got to implement good governance and risk assessment before you just let it go wild, right? I can see why people think that, oh, we don't want it in our environment. Absolutely not, right? And then there's also the folks, like some of the OT folks. Oh, it's going to the cloud. We don't want it in the cloud. There has been lots of people that have put out there on ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, that isn't controlled by governance, that is not, doesn't have the guardrails in place, and they've put confidential company information that has gotten out to the world, right? So you've got to think smarter, right? With us, our LLM is all going to be in-house. It's going to be in our data center in Knoxville. So we control where it goes and who uses it. We are going to segment all of our customers' data, right? So it's not going to be like one big giant LLM. Each one of our database sets are going to be for our customers. So I think for me, seeing how frameworks have been started with Europe and then NIST and then the US now having an actual framework to look at, I think that's going to help a lot of the folks that are afraid to implement to be able to say, hey, you know what? I can use it as my teammate, right? Can you tell it to go in and take care of all of your emails? If you have 5,000, 20,000 emails, it can summarize it, absolutely, right? But you also have to be aware that it can hallucinate, right? There is hallucination there. And so I think that also scares a lot of people is, oh, what if it hallucinates and it, especially in OT, goes and shuts off a valve that it shouldn't shut off, right? So that's where the human in the loop needs to be there, right? So that you need to put those guardrails so that people can still step in and stop it.
We talked a little bit about your internship program, and that segues to talking more about that, but also a question that I had. I was in news and now I'm in school for cybersecurity, and now I'm talking about cybersecurity as a marketer for my company, SIS Cyber. So you see all these folks who are graduating with their cybersecurity certificate or their new diploma, and they find SOC level 1 and 2 is not available to them. Where should they go from there? You have an internship program, so obviously you are taking in people. So what are they doing differently than done before, traditionally before AI?
So a lot of things that I don't know that it's caught up in the education, especially in the college field right now, or if you're going for your cybersecurity, whether it's a bachelor's, master's, or a doctorate, is how to use AI. How to make that your teammate, right? What I have found in interviewing some of our interns is they did ask, they are afraid that they're not going to be able to find a level 1, level 2 because of AI. So what I've told them to do is learn how to work with it, right? Understand how to prompt it to help you analyze, to help you investigate. There is threat analytics that we're putting into our SOC that is going to all be run by AI. In the past, it would take a SOC analyst 20, 30 hours to go and investigate and figure out what's going on. But when we run it through AI, it could take 28 seconds to resolve a threat and tell you what to do, right? So it's going to help you be more productive. Absolutely. Are you going to trust it? Probably not in the beginning, because you're probably going to say, well, how did it do that? Let me go and check. And you're double checking. But I think a lot of the students, what they need to do is learn how to use and how to prompt and how to talk to AI. And if you get that skill set, because we don't have that right now, that is a huge gap in current cybersecurity. Folks that are out there, folks that are unemployed, folks that are looking for their next job, that is a big gap, skill gap. And if you can get any classes, any training, that's going to help.
I wanted to segue into what's coming up at Black Hat. I know you help with organizing in a major way with being the deputy program manager. And so I just want to talk about what are your recommendations for some of the new things that are coming to the conference this year?
So on the Conference Associate Program, we're still waiting to make sure that we've got the right number of people that we need. And then we'll start to engage and invite folks out to be able to see if they want to attend. As far as the Conference Associate Program that I help to run, the individual will get a hotel room, or at least in the past they have, and then get paid a minimum wage with the ability to go and walk the business hall. Anybody that is part of the CA program also gets the recording of the briefings to be able to look at them and see them afterwards. So we usually invite the younger folks, people that are starting, wanting to go into cybersecurity, information security, as well as some of the OG folks, the folks that have been there for a while, to help mentor some of the younger folks that are coming in. One of the things that I'm looking forward to that was announced was this Black Hat Her, which is, it was announced by my friend Brittany on her LinkedIn, and I can't wait to see what she's come up with. Next week, I think, or the week after, they're doing a focus group to be able to figure out how they can connect people, have the visibility, do some knowledge sharing. So I'm excited to see that, see what it does. The summits are also always good. Of course, the AI Summit, I think it's also going to be one of the top hits this year, as well as the Arsenal, right? So Arsenal is where all the tools, all the hacking tools, all the things that the new up and coming tools that are presented at each Arsenal. So I love to look at all of that. So I'm looking forward to those. Some of the talks that are AI driven for understanding how to put guardrails, understanding how to implement that within your SOC, within your cybersecurity infrastructure, I think are going to be good. So
What are you looking forward to most when you return to Vegas this year?
the people. I think that is the most valuable thing, is the people that you see once a year when you go back to Vegas, right? So we are a family and we grow throughout the years, right? So I've been going since 2018, and every year it's either, oh, you find out something new about the person, or you learn something new. And then the food at Border Grill, you'll probably likely find me there almost every night.
Yum.
So, and so it's the way that everybody feels like you're a family. You may not see each other for, although I do try to go to London and Singapore, but still, it's just the people. It's seeing everybody. So I'm excited.
Awesome. That's amazing. For folks who want to sign up to help, as you mentioned, you have those conference associates. Is there a way to contact you, or who do they contact to put it
Sure.
out there that, hey, they're interested?
Yeah, they can look me up on LinkedIn if you want to put that when you submit your recording. Yeah, they can look me up, Stela Fink, on LinkedIn, and reach out to me, send me a DM, and I'll put you on the list. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about what you're doing at Secret City Tech?
I'm excited next week to start off our internship. So I put together a really good program. It's a 12-week program to help. It's a combination of people that we have. So we've got an older person that's been in the industry for a minute, and then two new folks that are new to cyber. One's a college graduate of think he's going to graduate next year, and the other one has been in IT, but this is his first cybersecurity, information security gig. So getting them started on certifying through Fortinet, and then talking to them about what we're doing at Secret City. And then in the end, the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to do a challenge for them. So everything that they've learned based on their training, do a hackerish kind of challenge for them, and
Wow.
then a presentation of what they've learned. So yeah.
That's
So
really cool. You'll have to tell me more about the results of that once, the
yeah.
program is complete, because I'd be so interested to learn what that looks like and how you decide. That's very fascinating.
Yeah, because it's a small group, I'm gonna make it a group challenge, right? So they can help each other, right? So the older person that's been in the field longer can be their mentor, right, to help them. But then they're gonna rely on each other as they go through the Fortinet certification. So yeah,
Wow, that's really cool. Awesome. That's amazing work that you're doing always. And it's always great to chat with you. So thank you
thank
always for
you.
being willing to give me the time and letting me put you on the platforms that I'm on. So, yes, thank you again. And I hope we can chat again soon.
Oh yes, definitely. And if you do go to Black Hat, or if you want to submit your name, let me know, and I look forward to seeing you out there.